This is my review of the second episode of Burn the Witch. It's taken me over 2 months to get to this. I kind of finally realized how long it was taking, and I thought, oh fuck, I gotta do this. So now that I have a little more time to do these types of things, I figure I'll continue with this. So we open with the pink-haired woman that had the dragon. We get a little bit of backstory on her and Nini. The woman's watching a news report on Nini from the first episode. She's being harassed by those journalists. She kind of gets pissed off at what they're saying, so the dragon destroys the TV because it seems to have a connection with the woman's emotional state. There's a discussion about rearing dragons that I didn't quite follow. They say rearing dragons is illegal, and that's kind of what Wingbind is in charge of policing, I guess. I don't know what rearing means in this case. I guess bringing one with you or having one as a pet or something, I have no idea. Somehow Balgo is reading a newspaper, and it's a Front London newspaper, and it's talking about Nini, not Noelle, and he complains about it, and Noelle changes it to a Reverse London newspaper, because apparently it's both, and you can read both with magic. I don't know, but then it has Noelle on there and stuff. They leave, and she's kind of complaining to Noelle about what they have to do, and she kind of thinks it's bullshit. And that scene, Nini's Seiyu, her voice actor, her voice cracks as she's complaining. I thought that was pretty good. It adds legitimacy, makes her feel her age, and conveys the emotion she's feeling. Balgo gets set up with a Wingbind uniform, having the little checkered thing, and then the pipe. He continues his obsession with Noelle, and in the first episode you see everyone's obsessed with her, and he's obsessed. It's just weird, and I don't understand it. I don't understand why it's a thing. It's not really funny, it's just weird. And they continue their talking and stuff. An explosion goes off. They show up and realize it's the realists, who are the people who did the report on Nini. And Nini sees the pink-haired woman, Macy, standing in one of the windows, so she takes off and flies up the building. There's a great scene of Nini flying up the building, and you get a great shot of seeing how big the building is, because she's passing the windows and stuff. Really establishes scale, as well as conveying movement. Really nice angle and everything. Nini leaps off of Marshall, her pet familiar dragon thing that she rides. I have no idea. And she shoots a gum-like Keto that sticks to a wall out of her fucking witch gun thing. And she didn't have to say a spell for it. And it just kind of allows her to repel herself into the building. I don't even know if that's right. It's not the right word to use. She kind of sticks it to the wall and pulls herself in, I guess. I don't know. And she starts confronting Macy about this attack, and basically says that Macy says that she saw the report, so she wanted to get back at the realists. And Nini says, but this is a realists in Reverse London. The ones that were in Front London are the ones who did the report about me. So why are you attacking the one in Reverse London? Which is so bizarre and weird. And then Macy reveals that she wants to destroy the realists, and reveals her dragon Ellie to Nini. Having a dragon is a felony, and so Nini's trying to help Macy out and take it away from her so she doesn't get in trouble. Any more trouble. How did she get into Reverse London in the first place? Why does this building exist in both? This series is just so weird. It's so different from Bleach, and yet it's supposed to be in the same universe. So I'm just so so confused because the Soul Society is not like a, from what I remember, it's not like a parallel Karakura town. Maybe Rukongai was, I don't know. I have no idea, but it's just weird. It's so weird. It's so very different, and they're only in geographical areas, so this difference to me is bizarre. Noelle attacks the dragon. Macy gets jealous of how the way Noelle is talking to Nini and assumes that they're really good friends, and Nini kind of wants to be the only one who's a friend of, Macy wants to be the one who's a friend of Nini. So they jump out, and Nini kind of talks about how Macy's obsessed with her, and then she tries to fly to the building, and she's gonna like have Macy distract her and then come in behind and I think get the dragon. But as she's flying up to the roof, it explodes, and she flies back, and then Noelle catches her, so she doesn't hit the ground. And then one of the inks from episode 1 is here. He's apparently, we cut away to the chief of Wingbind, or at least the person in charge of Noelle and Nini. And he's sneaking out around for some reason, and then he's discovered by some of the inks. There's this nice angle where like the camera's in the doorway that he's looking into, and then it cuts around him and around the doorway to see the person talking to him. And that's one of the other inks, I think. And she says he's at the Crown Council, and I have no idea what the fuck that means. He feigns ignorance about him being there. He doesn't realize he was there. We cut back, or no. The woman talking to him tells him that Bang Knife is the ink that was sent after Bulgo because he was marked for death, and so they're trying to kill him. We cut back, and he kind of introduces himself to Noelle. Noelle says she doesn't know who he is, but Nini does. Wondering what the difference is between the inks and the sabers. I think I talked about that in my first episode. I don't know. They're both supposed to be some kind of elites from what I understand, but I have no idea. Bang Knife starts telling everyone to move away from Bulgo so he can capture him. And they're planning to blame Bulgo for the dragon attack in the first episode, since he owns a dragon, I think. And Bang Knife's plan is to capture Bulgo first and then bring him back to the thing, and he'll kill him himself, and that'll increase his reputation. Noelle insults Bang Knife, and it kind of gets really pissed off and starts going on a tangent, but she uses the opportunity to run away, grab Bulgo, and get him away from everybody. She uses a Keto technique from her gun without an incantation, and it hits the ground and sends the people attacking Bulgo up into the air, but leaves him, which is bizarre. In the meantime, Nini sneaks up on Bang Knife and puts a gun up to him and kind of asks him about his plans or something, I think. Oh, yeah, she asks him about Macy, and he confirms that he brought Macy to Reverse London himself, and says that she has a high amount of mana. In this circumstance, mana would basically be what Ryatsu was in Bleach. It's basically just spirit energy. He reveals that Macy raised Ellie into the dragon that she is now from a child, and uses this opportunity of catching Nini off guard to kick her gun away from her and try to attack her, but Noelle's right there, catches her gun, fires both of them at Bang Knife, and hits him. Nini grabs a hold of Macy after getting on Marshall and drags her away from Bang Knife. Ellie shows up and then chases after them. And then Bang Knife calls for Rickenbacker, his own like dragon familiar pet thing, and starts chasing them. Then we cut to they're all on a crane, and Noelle set up some barrier that I guess blocks them from being perceived by people. I don't know. Macy and Nini talk about how they were idols, and Macy didn't like being an idol because she felt like no one really saw her. she kind of didn't exist outside of the group, and so she ended up leaving because she just didn't enjoy it. And she found this dragon in LA 2 months ago, and it looked very small and very different from what it did now. But she kept feeding it and having it drink water, and it just kept growing over time. And Macy kind of just wanted an extraordinary life, which cuts back into Nini's whole thing about life isn't a fairy tale. Macy wants to live in a fairy tale where she has all this magical, extraordinary experience, and Bang Knife kind of offered her that, taking her away to a weird, magical land, being Reverse London. And the dragon is powerful, so the dragon can do whatever it is that she wants done. And then we come back to reality. Bang Knife smashes through the barrier, and he's there ready to fight. I think this was a good episode. It sets up the final climax. Not a lot of connective tissue to the first episode, though. But, yeah, I don't have a lot to say about this. Burn the Witch is just weird. It's so hard to see the connective tissue between it and Bleach, but for a few things. Like what dragons and hollows have, if they're supposed to have anything in common, I don't know what it is. It's just bizarre. But it's entertaining. Again, I love Kubo's art, and his character designs are always so memorable. Bang Knife and the rest of the Yanks are definitely a big example of that in this series. Yeah. Just got episode 3 to do now.